was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Be like a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
My name is Mabodi Benja Fortunate. I'm 23 years of age. I'm currently doing my final year in Bachelor of Social Science in Psychology and Sociology.
My name is Mikhail Goliath. I'm turning 22 this year and I'm a second year student at Damlin Mowbray studying public relations.
I am Nonguleko Ulana, studying public relations in Damlin Mowbray, 27 of age.
My name is Lindiwe Dlamini. I am a postgrad student at the University of Cape Town and the founder of Injabulo Project.
I'm Sifukazi Chief and I study at Damlin. I'm doing my second year. I'm turning 21 this year and I'm studying PR, public relations.
The Men Are Trash is a hashtag. It's not even a movement. It's a hashtag that was started by one feminist woman on Twitter who was just relating the stories around rape culture that was like perpetuated in institutions of higher learning since the beginning of the protest, like your Rhodes must fall, your fees must fall, and patriarchy must fall. So in Rhodes University, or UCA University, currently known as Rhodes, there was a reference list that was issued out. And like a list of men were on that list who had been known sexual offenders on the campus, and the university was not doing anything about it. So like that's when how like the hashtag started, like little by little. And then every now and then, whenever there'll be like any like form of abuse that was being perpetrated against a woman or a girl, and like that violence was coming from a man, then like people would use that hashtag.
Men Are Trash, it's more of you tell your story. So men are trash, you can literally say anything. They can be trash for hurting you. They can be trash, not even for physical, but for emotion. So people are coming out to their stories, how they've been abused, how we, a lot of times women I'd get you arrested, but over the weekend I go and say, no, I drop the charges again, because I'm so used to that violence and all of that. Because I think that this person has some power over me.
For me, Men Are Trash is just like a movement that just advocates for women freedom in terms of just addressing issues that women have gone through with men, and also just outlining it to the world how it is that women have faced either violence and just situations that have predisposed them to danger and abuse.
Now it started getting more momentum with Karabo now, but like it's always been there. It's been happening for quite some time now. Karabo is a lady from Diepkloof in Soweto. She was dating a man who was staying in Sandton. They were together for about 7 months, and Karabo was attracted to the guy because the guy showed like some Christian values, and they were all of that. And then a couple of months into the relationship, the guy started being abusive to Karabo. A month before Karabo was found dead and banned, Karabo had left this guy. And the guy wanted to speak to Karabo about them getting back together. And then Karabo went to meet with this man, and then she never came back. And then a week before her body was found, the parents, the uncle, posted on social media, please help us find our daughter Karabo, and then put pictures up and the telephone numbers, and then people kept on retweeting and sharing on Facebook, please help find Karabo. A couple of days later, they found Karabo's ID and passport in a dustbin in Sandton. This guy was also just helping the family look for Karabo, and then eventually ended up like confessing that he had actually killed and banned Karabo beyond recognition. The hashtag now started while Karabo was like presumed to be still alive, while the pictures were still going around without anybody knowing that actually the girl was already dead by then. Because it went on for a while. It got like a lot of retweets because of how she looks physically, and people were appreciating that and wanting to find her. And everyone is like, oh my gosh, how can this man do this to such a beautiful woman? And then that's when like some of the women were like, okay, so just because so and so was not a good looker like so and so then we're not going to do the hashtag as it was.
With me and this story, right? It's not funny, because it's not funny what happened. It's really sad, it's tragic, like very bad. But however, what has happened to her, there's a lot of, not just the Sandile, which is the boyfriend that actually killed Karabo, that was involved. There was also women that helped to actually cover this. So what are they?
Exactly.
Are they not trash? because they're bystanders to what has happened.
Exactly.
Why are you
It
asking that
comes-
question?
And then now the thing is this: now we overlook it so much to a point whereby, you know what, men are trash. Oh, men are trash. But then you, as a mother, if my son comes to my house and they busy beating up a woman every day, and that child comes with bruises because the child is bruised every day, what am I as a mother? Why don't I say, dear son, you are doing something that is wrong?
But also, you must also understand that with Karabo's story, it went viral because while everyone was looking for Karabo on social media and everywhere, and like this has happened to other women before, but like none of the stories were actually ever followed up to see if the woman was found or not. But with Karabo, when she was found, she was banned, then it went up. But now it became a thing because men were trying to like, no, don't say all men are trash, not all of us are trash because of this. And we're trying to say men are trash is not just about us swearing at men and saying you guys are trash. It's about us highlighting the systemic violence that comes with like male privilege, with you being a patriarch. Like we're trying to bring those things up to light to say patriarchy is here, what are we doing about it?
With the comments, I've been reading the comments with statuses on Facebook about men are trash and stuff, and I love that men became defensive when they were addressed with this issue, and it kind of like revealed the stereotypes that women have been going through. So yeah, so for me, when you say that you don't understand women, I think that totally invalidates the experiences women have been through, and it's sort of like a silencing strategy that is very ineffective in a sense. I'm sorry to use that word, but really what women have gone through in the past years can't just be discredited like that.
Okay.
In a sense of silencing them, because really these things have to be voiced out. And if men are trash, conversations trigger that, then that should be our starting point into dealing with this oppression women face.
When you look at Black Lives Matter, when that whole hashtag started, a whole lot of people in the world, white people included, they were like, no, all lives matter. And we're like, if all life mattered, we wouldn't have the need to say Black Lives Matter. It's the same situation with men are trash. If men didn't do things that make us feel that they are trash, we wouldn't feel the need for us to write that hashtag and be like, men are trash. So everything is born because of something happened. So the men are trash came about because men were behaving trashy. It's not that it started now. Yes, it started in the past. But how many people did have access to education for them to understand all the structural and systemic violence and oppressions that we are faced with now, that we're currently dealing with? Sure, our parents never spoke about how trashy men were and all of those things, and they were like submissive and like always like, yes, a woman holds tipa kobohaling and all of that. But now we've got that voice.
The whole hashtag thing, I have not been part of the movement. I've not really seen the movement, but I've heard a lot about it. And I feel that it is a good weapon to use. It's good because it gets the women who have been abused emotionally, physically, however, it gets their story out there. It says, listen here, this guy did this to me and it hurts. And at the end of the day, it's important for us to say, whether you are a man or a woman, disregarding your gender, it is important to say, I've been hurt, you have hurt me, you have offended me, you need to make it right. But I think that we are even attacking, as women, we are attacking our men by saying, men are trash. I think that is also a problem. Like there is no let's just blur the line. Seeing that we as women, we want to be equal.
Yeah.
We are fighting for equality in the workplace and equality in the home and equality everywhere and equality in the toilet and equality. We don't even like seriously no. We don't want signs on toilet doors anymore. We want it to be anybody can go in there. It's cool. That is what we want.
For me, what you're saying just gives sense to how fragile the man ego is. Because how can you relate with something if you know that as a man I've not treated a woman bad? How do you connect with men are trash? Because this is a platform that is addressing gender inequality and these problems that women have faced. So if you know that I've been innocent in this, how do you relate with it? Although it's exclusive to men altogether.
But
Okay.
how are you
Can I
not
just
related
to that?
when you've been a bystander? Because like we're saying, all men are trash. Because even though you might have not laid a hand on a woman, you might have not raped a woman or killed a woman, but definitely you've been a bystander. You shut up when your guys are like making rape jobs. You shut up, you participate when your friends are talking about how much they've been beating a woman and all of those things. But then that makes you trash.
I think it just addresses the potential as a man. I think it's just addressing your potential to do certain things that can be violent to men, and you being aware of it and actually exercising cautiousness in terms of
Okay,
that.
you say how fragile is the male ego, but how fragile is the ego in general? Because the moment I post something and say, if you gotta contour your face for 2 hours, you ugly bitch, you all feel offended whether you wear makeup or not. The moment I say a skinny girl on the cover of People magazine is the definition of sexy this year, everybody feels all women jump out of their panties. What about the curvy girls? What about the this? What about the that?
But I feel like it's a confidence issue. That
No. I feel like can I say something? Can I just jump in? So, sorry to break you. You know what? We women, going back to saying that we will never be equal to men. We're very emotional. When something happens to us, it hits home to a point whereby we want everyone to sympathize with us, forgetting that we also do trashy stuff to other women. We are the most people that actually trash other women down.
Yes.
We are the most people, even on social media, that bring other women down before the men do anything else. But we forget that, okay, fine. Men, yeah, they are trash. I'm not saying that they're not trash. Don't get me wrong. No, they're trash. But however, have you taken a step back to look at you as a woman? What have you done to empower other women? Exactly. When someone else doesn't say anything that is empowering to another woman, are you gold? Because you're also trash. If you're going to see someone else that's going to be like, okay, you know what, why did you cut your hair? Oh my gosh, you look like a boy, you're so ugly, whatnot. I do not look like a boy, I look like a girl, I'm fine. So why aren't you saying anything? You're trash, you're making me feel...
You're a bystander then.
Do you understand?
That male bystanders are trash. You are trash as well for bystanding.
But however...
Karabo had sisters, she had a mom. Why did no one and some of the things that were going on social media was that her family knew about what was happening. Why was no one stepping in before it even came to a murder? Why did no one tell her? Why did no one try and help her as females to get out of
Karabo's fault for Karabo?
No, we're not making it her fault, but you were saying that the other male counterparts were bystanders and therefore they are trash as well.
My dream is to empower women.
My personal dream is to do some charity work.
My dream is to be the best version of myself.
My dream is for all women and children to be safe in South Africa.
My dream is actually to motivate people and get people together to reunite again, because now we're kind of separating. If we could reunite, we can be the best in the world.
Yazi, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.